Hi everybody, it's Alexa here from Once Upon a Chapter, and I am here to give you my updates on BookTube-a-Thon. So I'm going to do an update from when I filmed my last video. I filmed it when I got home from work on day 2, so I hadn't really had time to read anything, so I'm going to kind of start there, and it is still the morning of day 5 here in Arizona, so it's pretty early. It's like 10 o'clock or so, and I do have to go out to lunch today with somebody, so I'm kind of gonna break it up a little bit on my reading today. But anyway, let's start with what I read on the end of day 2, because I said in that video that I had time to read at night, and so I'll tell you what I read at night. So day 2 at night, I continued reading The School for Good and Evil. I managed to read from page 178 to 281, and I thought that was pretty sufficient. So, you know, I read about 100 pages or so of that night, which seems to be kind of the case with this book. I seem to be able to read, you know, 100-ish plus pages of this every time that I've been picking it up. So this is what I continued to read on day 2. Now on day 3, it was my birthday, which I also think told you guys in the day 1 and day 2 update video. So it was my birthday and I didn't really have time to read because I went to work. And then after work, Johnny got home and we went out to dinner, and then we went to the bookstore. And by the time I got home from all that, having been up since 4 a.m., I was tired and I went to sleep. So I didn't read anything on day 3, but I figure it being my birthday is a pretty good excuse for that. But because you're probably interested in seeing some books that I received, I did buy myself some books for my birthday, and they actually showed up at the door on my birthday. So that was pretty nice that I ordered myself books and they got here on the day of my birthday. So happy birthday to me. I bought myself some books because what reader doesn't buy herself books on her birthday? So the books I decided to buy myself, the first one is J.R. Ward, The Bourbon Kings. This is her newest book, which is kind of supposed to be, you know, about a family who, I don't know, not a royal family, but a rich family, and kind of their struggles and drama and, you know, things like that. And it sounds very different than her adult paranormal series that I read, but I really like her writing, so I'm really hoping to get into this one and have this one be as good as her Black Dagger Brotherhood series, which you can see I have the shadows sitting behind me, which I still need to finish because, yes, I have had some struggles with the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, but I'm hoping that this series being something new from her and being something that's not paranormal, it'll kind of suck me back into her writing with this one. Plus, I do like her writing overall. I just have had some struggles, you know, finishing the shadows. Another book that I bought is the 4th book in the Lost in the Heroes of Olympus series. This is House of Hades. It just came out in paperback not too long ago, and I had recently bought the first 3 books in kind of like a, you know, a case. They came together in paperback for a cheaper price. So I need book 4 because I really want to dive into this series now that I'm officially done with the Percy Jackson series. So I figured I'm going to try and collect a lot of these. Hopefully very soon I'm going to be starting this series, and I hope that around the time I kind of get to it, that Blood of Olympus will be out in paperback so I could buy that one and read it with the other books. Wow, this is, you know, for middle grade books, this is kind of, you know, hefty here. Oh, how weird. The book doesn't have page numbers on it. I wonder if they meant to do that. Oh no, it does have page numbers. They're just next to the chapter titles. So let's see. Yeah, this one is like 600 pages, so that is quite a hefty book. Next up, I bought myself another book that I've really been interested in reading, which is The Assassin's Blade. This is like the bind-up of a bunch of novellas that were prequel novellas to the Throne of Glass series, and Stephanie and I here at Once Upon a Chapter, we recently kind of binge read the series over the last like 3-ish or so months. We read all 3 books, and now we're highly anticipating Queen of Shadows. So in the meantime, I think she's already planning on reading this in August, and I might read this in August. I haven't really decided yet because it is actually kind of a long book. It's 400 and some plus pages here just for novellas. So we'll see if I have a chance to get around to this before Queen of Shadows comes out. So let me put these away just for a second because the next thing I have to show you is gonna take both hands. Set those there. And then the last thing I bought myself was because it was gonna be, you know, a very good price for it, and I really, really wanted it. So I decided I was going to buy myself the new paperback editions of the Harry Potter series, which all together make the beautiful Hogwarts Castle, which you can't see very well because this is still wrapped in plastic. I wish all books would be wrapped in plastic when you could get them. That way you know that nobody had pre-read the pages or bent the spine or put something on them. But anyway, I love the Harry Potter series. That should be a given to you. I talk about Harry Potter quite a bit on the blog and this channel. So anyway, I love the Harry Potter series. I love the new covers that they've done. They're nice, like those velvety, soft paperback covers, and the new artwork on them is really quite beautiful. So I wanted to own these ones, so I bought this for myself, and it was only, I think, like $45 with my coupon for all of this. So I'm really excited that I got this for a good price, and it will now grace my bookshelves. And Johnny doesn't even ever think I'll take it out of the plastic, which I have to say, I'm a sucker for it being in plastic, but I will take it out of the plastic because I'd really like to continue reading the Harry Potter series. I've read it all before, of course, but I started a reread of it, and I'd like to maybe read it on these editions, you know, instead of my old copies, which are all kind of bent up and ruined from over the years. But that's what makes them my original copies. Anyway, those are some gifts I bought myself for my birthday, and like I said, they came on Wednesday, which was my birthday, which was day 3 of BookTube-a-Thon. So for day 4 of BookTube-a-Thon, I had all these hopes and dreams that I was going to finish The School of Good and Evil, but I didn't. I managed to read about another 100 pages of this, which put me about 100 pages shy of finishing it. I read from page 282 to 383 last night when I was reading this, and then I just became really tired and I fell asleep while reading. So I just decided that this morning I was going to pick this back up. So today is the morning of day 5. It's Friday. And I managed to finish this one, so I read from 384 to 488. This book is done. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5-star rating. I thought it was really amazing, and I'm really tempted to just dive into book 2, but I know book 2 is like another 500-page book, and I'd really like to get through some shorter books now that I've gotten through a bigger one for the readathon. So, like I said, I do have a lunch date today, so I'm not going to be reading during a certain part of the afternoon. But hopefully when I come back later on this afternoon, right around before Johnny gets home from work, hopefully I will have started Stealing Parker. So this is kind of my next read that I want to get through. I know I've already started P.S. I Still Love You, but I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about that one. So I think I'm going to start this one first because I've been meaning to read Stealing Parker for a very long time because I absolutely loved Catching Jordan. And I'm hoping that this will be a nice, quick contemporary read, and it is just barely over 200 pages, so hopefully this will be just nice and quick and summary, and since I loved Catching Jordan, I hope I'll love this as well. If I get some time, or if I'm not feeling that, or I want to just do a quick book, I also would like to maybe possibly read later on tonight Saga Volume 3. This would count as the book that I would not put down, so I'd really like to complete that challenge, and also I've been really meaning to read Saga 3 even before, like when this first came out I wanted to read it. And Johnny read it, and I still haven't read it, and, you know, Volume 4 is already out, and Volume 5 is coming out, I think, later on this fall. So, yeah, really need to read that. So hopefully tonight, late this afternoon tonight, hopefully I'll read Saga Volume 3, and I'll hopefully start Stealing Parker. That's at least my plan of right now. Like I said, I may throw that all away and just start the second book to The School of Good and Evil. I'm not really sure yet, but that's my plan as of right now. So that's all the updates I have for you guys. Sorry, I haven't been doing the video challenges. I just don't really seem to have time to, and I don't really want to tear apart my whole bookshelves to make towers or domino challenges with them, or things like that, because, I don't know, my bookshelves, I just rearranged them so they're all beautiful in the way that I want them right now, so I don't really have a desire to tear them all apart and set up like a castle with them. So that's just me. Maybe other people feel the same way, or maybe you don't, but that's just me. Anyway, that's everything that I've read so far. I know it doesn't seem like a lot because I've only really read about 500 pages so far for BookTube-a-Thon, but like I said, I haven't actually told you yet, but I have the next 3 days off. I have today, Saturday, and Sunday off of work, so hopefully I will have plenty of time to read this weekend if I get a chance to just kind of sit down and read. So that are my plans for right now. If you guys have update videos, be sure to link me down below or comment. I would love to see everything that's going on with you guys. So that's it for now. Bye, guys.